Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Becca, and today we're going to be talking about shade matching or color matching your foundations. The biggest struggle that I see is that when we're shopping for a new foundation, it's really hard to find the right color. So today I hope I'm going to be able to share a couple of easy tips to help you pick out the right shades when you're out there looking for a new product. Alright, so let's get down to it. I'm going to start off by talking about surface tones and undertones. Understanding the difference between the two will really help you narrow down all of the millions of choices that we have. So we'll start off with undertones. Undertones are what you were born with. They will never change. They will be that way until the end of time. And when I say the word undertone, it really just means if you're cool, neutral, or warm. And these days, foundations are mostly broken down into undertone categories. So on the packaging, you'll either see an N, a C, or a W for neutral, cool, or warm. So understanding what your undertone is first will really help you be able to kind of narrow down all the choices that we have when we're shopping. If you're not sure what your undertone is, there are a couple of easy ways to help you find out. One of the places is on your wrist. So if you're looking at your wrist, you can actually look at the veins. And if the veins tend to be more blue or purple, that usually means you're more on the cool side. Or if your veins have more of a green or yellowish undertone to them, that means you're going to be more on the warm side. If you can't tell, that probably means that you're neutral. Or if you're not sure, it's always safe to go more on the neutral side. There's also a little trick that you can do with the wrist, which is the 2-finger test. You can apply a little bit of pressure for about 10 seconds on your wrist area, and then when you lift up, there'll be a little bit of blanching there. And under the blanched area, if it looks more pink or warm or more yellow, that will help you kind of determine what your undertone would be as well. Again, if you're not sure, you're probably neutral. And also, the skin on the neck behind the ear area, there's not a lot of sun damage here, so this is a great place to kind of see what your undertones will be as well. You can also do the 2-finger test here too. And again, just applying a little bit of pressure, and then when you lift up, if you can see more of a pinkish undertone or yellow, obviously that will help you determine between the two. All right, next we're going to talk about surface tones. Surface tones are actually more important to understand than your undertone because that's what we're buying foundation for. Your surface tones are the whole reason we wear foundation in the first place. They are what we want to cover, whether it's acne or scarring, rosacea, hyperpigmentation, sunspots, pregnancy mask. Any of that is considered a surface tone. Even though foundations are mostly broken down into undertone categories, like I said before with an N, C, or W, you really want to make sure that whatever color you get is going to cover your area of concern or your surface tone. Again, that's the whole reason we're wearing foundation to begin with. So we want to make sure that it's going to cancel out and cover those areas. Something that I see people do when they're in store testing out new product is that they're always striping it on their hand, or sometimes with the foundation, they will stripe on the neck or around the chin area. But the problem with that is that the texture on your hand is totally different than your face. So if you are going to play around with colors and stripe different shades, make sure that you're going to do it on the inside of your wrist and not on the top of the hand. The inside of the wrist, again, is going to be closest to texture as your face. Also, if you're a person who likes to color match or stripe on the neck area, just keep in mind that your neck is always lighter than your face. It's always in the shade. So you might not get a true color match there just because your neck 9 times out of 10 will be lighter than the face. When I color match, I really do like to stripe actually on the face. I start on the cheek area and just kind of work my way down. That way I can make sure that it's covering any of my areas of concern. Oh my gosh, this is so scary. Sorry guys, I just wanted to get close up so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm gonna shade match 3 different colors on the side of my face here. Let me go blend all this in really quick. I'll be right back. Well, now that one side of my face is darker than the other, let's continue. After you've striped a few different shades, you want to try to pick the one that disappears, the one that you don't see the most. That's the one that's going to blend in with your complexion the best. A little side note to that though, if you do have darker areas on the face, meaning sunspots, hyperpigmentation, pregnancy mask, you want to make sure that you get a shade that blends those areas in with the rest of the face. And it can be a little bit difficult because they are darker than the rest of the face. I see people that tend to pull the lighter color all over, meaning they're color matching the lighter areas of the face. But the problem with that is that when you're pulling a lighter shade over the darker areas, it does tend to make them appear ashy or gray, and sometimes they even look a little bit bruised. So unfortunately, we can't cover darker areas with lighter shades. It just doesn't work out that way. I know it sounds crazy, but the best thing that I could tell you to do is to find a shade that's actually closer to the darker areas, your areas of concern, and blend that darker shade over the rest of the face. I know it sounds scary because it seems like you're going to be darkening up your whole face, but it really does help to blend those areas out and really give you that flawless, seamless look that everyone seems to be going for. So hopefully understanding the difference between surface tones and undertones will make you feel a little bit more confident when you're out there looking for a new foundation. Anyway, I hope you guys learned something new and found this helpful. You can always find me on... That was my son. You can always find me on Facebook and Instagram, and we will see each other again next time. Bye!